Welcome back to the channel USA Coins 69. Today, we're embarking on a fascinating journey through American history and numismatics with a very special coin, the Washington State Quarter Dollar from the Bicentennial era, specifically the 1776 to 1976 Mint Mark edition. This isn't just any quarter. It's a piece that commemorates 2 centuries of the United States, carries a unique design, and holds a secret that could make it incredibly valuable. Stick around, because the story behind this quarter is as rich as its potential worth. Let's rewind for a moment to the United States bicentennial celebrations. The country was marking 200 years of independence, a monumental milestone. To honor this historic occasion, the U.S. Mint issued special bicentennial coins between 1975 and 1976, including quarters, half dollars, and dollars that featured distinctive designs celebrating the nation's founding. Unlike the standard quarters, these coins proudly displayed the dual date 1776 to 1976, symbolizing 2 centuries of freedom, growth, and resilience. Now, the Washington State Quarter, as we know it today, was officially introduced much later, in 1999, as part of the 50 State Quarters program. But what makes this particular quarter from the bicentennial era so fascinating is that there are rare and special mint variations connected to the bicentennial quarters, specifically those from 1976, featuring the historic 1776 to 1976 mint mark and design, that collectors highly prize. These quarters were minted at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, each with its own mint mark. Let's take a closer look at the coin itself. On the obverse, you'll see the familiar portrait of George Washington, the nation's first president, whose legacy has been etched into American identity for centuries. Around his profile, the words, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," are inscribed, just like on regular quarters. But the real excitement lies on the reverse side. The reverse depicts a striking design that sets this quarter apart, the colonial drummer, standing tall and proud, drum in hand, symbolizing the call to freedom during the Revolutionary War. Above him is a victory torch encircled by 13 stars, representing the original colonies. The dates 1776 to 1976 are boldly inscribed, marking the bicentennial celebration. What makes this quarter so captivating to collectors is not only the significance of the design but the rarity of certain mint marks and errors that appeared during production. While millions of bicentennial quarters were minted, only a handful have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition or with rare minting anomalies that add to their allure. Collectors hunt for quarters that exhibit exceptional preservation, those free of scratches, wear, or discoloration. A flawless 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter can command a premium, especially if it comes from a less common mint or bears a rare minting error. Errors such as double die impressions, off-center strikes, or variations in the mint mark placement are highly sought after. These quirks turn a seemingly ordinary quarter into a unique collectible, driving up its value among serious numismatists. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, marked with an S, are particularly valuable because they were struck with special care for collectors, exhibiting mirror-like finishes and sharp detail. Some of these proof quarters with unusual errors or exceptional quality have become the holy grail for quarter enthusiasts. Now, the question everyone wants to know: how much is a 1776 to 1976 Washington State bicentennial quarter really worth? While many of these quarters trade at face value or slightly above, an exceptional specimen, a 1776 to 1976 quarter with a rare mint mark, in flawless condition, or bearing a unique minting error, recently changed hands for a jaw-dropping $100,000. Yes, $100,000 for a single quarter commemorating America's 200th birthday. So next time you stumble upon a Washington quarter from the bicentennial era, don't dismiss it as just spare change. Look closely at the date, the mint mark, and the condition. That quarter might be a hidden treasure, a slice of history, and a doorway to an incredible payday. Today, we're diving into a fascinating story behind one of the newest yet surprisingly valuable pieces in the world of American coinage, the 2021 Washington State Quarter Dollar. You might think, it's just a recent quarter, how valuable can it be? Well, hold on to your seats because this coin holds secrets that could make it worth far more than its face value. The Washington State Quarter is a beloved design for many collectors and residents alike. Part of the 50 State Quarters program, it was originally released in 1999, celebrating the rich history, natural beauty, and cultural heritage of Washington state. But in 2021, a new wave of excitement stirred around this quarter when certain mint mark variations and rare errors emerged, turning heads in the numismatic community. Let's rewind a bit and paint the picture of this 2021 quarter's journey. Minted by the United States Mint, this quarter carries a fresh take on Washington's iconic imagery but also features subtle details that set it apart. On the obverse, as always, is the timeless profile of George Washington, the nation's first president, facing left, surrounded by the word liberty and the motto, "In God We Trust," along with the year 2021 prominently displayed. Flip it over, and the reverse tells the story of Washington state's unique identity. The design showcases an artistic representation of Mount Rainier, one of the most majestic natural landmarks in the state, alongside evergreen trees, symbolizing the state's lush landscapes. The inscription, "Washington," and "the Evergreen State," complete the design, encapsulating the state's nickname perfectly. So, what makes this modern coin catch the eye of collectors? The answer lies in its mint mark and a handful of extremely rare production anomalies. In 2021, quarters were minted at different facilities, indicated by their mint marks: P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. While all coins bear these marks, there's something unique about a very limited number of 2021 Washington state quarters. Some bear misplaced or doubled mint marks, unusual striking errors, or even subtle die variations. These rare anomalies, combined with flawless condition, create a perfect storm of rarity and desirability. Moreover, the 2021 quarter was part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program's final phase, making certain mint variations even more sought after because the production runs were tightly controlled. Many collectors prize coins from this era due to their relative scarcity compared to the mass-produced coins of earlier years. One crucial factor that amplifies the value of these coins is their condition. Coins that have never circulated, free from scratches, dents, or discoloration, those graded as mint state 67 or above, are incredibly rare. Such specimens are the crown jewels in a collector's cabinet. Let's talk errors, because errors make the coin market sparkle. A double die mint mark, for example, creates a fascinating visual effect where the mint mark appears to have a shadow or a second impression, a feature highly sought after by collectors worldwide. Other errors include off-center strikes or planchet flaws, where the coin's metal blank isn't perfectly aligned during production. So, what is the real-world value of these extraordinary coins? While a standard 2021 Washington state quarter might be worth only its face value, coins with these rare characteristics have seen skyrocketing interest. Recently, an exceptional specimen, flawless, with a rare mint mark error, sold for an incredible $77,000, yes, $77,000 for a quarter minted in 2021. This goes to show, whether the coin is old or new, the right combination of rarity, condition, and uniqueness can turn it into a treasure. If you're digging through your coin collection or even your pocket change, keep an eye out for that 2021 Washington state quarter. It could be worth a fortune. And if you find one with unusual marks or flawless quality, it might just be your golden ticket. Today, we're turning the spotlight on a very special piece from the United States Mint, the 2022 Washington state quarter dollar. You might think a recent quarter can't be worth much, but this particular coin has captivated collectors and experts alike, and it could be worth a lot more than you think. Washington state has long held a special place in the hearts of collectors, especially with its quarters that showcase the state's breathtaking natural beauty. The 2022 edition continues that proud tradition, but with some twists that make it stand out from the crowd. Let's start with the basics. The obverse of the coin features the classic portrait of George Washington, the nation's first president, a design that's been a staple of quarters for decades. Around the portrait, you'll find the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the year 2022, simple, iconic, and instantly recognizable. Flip the coin over, and you're greeted by the magnificent design that celebrates Washington state's rich heritage. The reverse side captures the essence of the evergreen state with an artistic depiction of Mount Rainier towering over the landscape, surrounded by majestic evergreens. The words "Washington" and "the Evergreen State" are proudly inscribed, completing a tribute to the state's natural wonders and spirit. What's truly fascinating about the 2022 Washington State Quarter, however, isn't just its design, it's what makes certain examples of this coin incredibly rare and sought after by collectors. The mint marks and production anomalies. In 2022, the mint produced quarters at three main facilities: Philadelphia, marked with a P, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. While most coins have clean, clear mint marks, a small number of 2022 quarters exhibit unusual features such as doubled mint marks, off-center strikes, or even missing mint marks. These production quirks are goldmines for collectors. A doubled mint mark, where the mint mark appears as if it's been stamped twice, creates a unique and visually striking effect. Off-center strikes occur when the coin blank isn't perfectly aligned during striking, resulting in part of the design being cut off. Missing mint marks, though rare, make the coin a curious mystery piece. All these errors transform an everyday quarter into a one-of-a-kind collectible, but rarity alone doesn't guarantee value. Condition is king in the coin collecting world. Those coins preserved in mint condition, often graded as mint state 65 or higher by professional grading services, command the highest prices. Flawless surfaces, sharp details, and no signs of wear mean the coin has retained its original beauty since the day it was minted. In fact, collectors have been so eager to add these rare 2022 Washington State quarters to their collections that prices have soared beyond expectations. Recently, a rare 2022 quarter, exhibiting a flawless strike with a notable mint mark anomaly, fetched an incredible $70,000 at auction. Yes, $70,000 for a quarter minted just last year. This remarkable value proves that even modern coins, when rare and preserved perfectly, can become treasures worth serious money. So, next time you come across a 2022 Washington State quarter, don't just toss it aside. Take a close look at the mint mark and the coin's overall condition. That small piece of metal could be the key to a big surprise. Today, we're exploring a very intriguing piece of American numismatics, the 1974 Washington State quarter dollar with its unique mint mark. This coin might look like just another quarter at first glance, but as we peel back the layers, you'll discover why collectors are going wild over it and how it could be worth a small fortune. Let's set the stage. The year 1974 was an interesting time in the world of U.S. coinage. While the official Washington State Quarter series didn't launch until 1999, 1974 quarters with special mint marks and unique variations have become incredibly significant for collectors who appreciate rare minting anomalies and historical curiosities. The 1974 quarter, minted primarily at Denver, D, and Philadelphia, no mint mark at that time, hides some secrets that make it special. What makes the 1974 Washington quarter so unique? It's the rare mint marks and striking errors that only a few specimens display. These mint marks can sometimes be doubled, misplaced, or even missing, variations that are a goldmine for serious collectors. Such anomalies are the result of minting process quirks or accidental errors, but today, they're treasured because they make each coin a one-of-a-kind piece. Imagine holding a quarter that was produced almost 50 years ago, yet carries these incredibly rare traits that could turn a simple coin into a sought-after collectible. These 1974 quarters have often been found in pristine, uncirculated condition, making them even more valuable. Coins that remain untouched by circulation, with sharp details and a brilliant finish, always command premium prices at auctions and among collectors. Now, let's talk about design because every coin tells a story. The obverse side of the 1974 quarter features the iconic profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, which has graced quarters since 1932. Around his portrait, you'll see the words, Liberty, and the timeless motto, In God We Trust, along with the year 1974. While the reverse of the standard 1974 quarter showcases an eagle with outspread wings perched on a bundle of arrows above an olive branch, symbolizing strength and peace, it's the variations and mint mark anomalies that make some 1974 quarters truly stand out. These variations can include slight shifts in the eagle's design, double die impressions, or variations in the mint mark itself. Collectors keep a keen eye out for these subtle differences, which can be easy to miss without close inspection or professional grading. And that's where the excitement builds. When a 1974 Washington quarter with an unusual mint mark or error is graded at a high mint state level, meaning it's nearly flawless, it becomes a prized possession. Now, the big question: how much could such a rare 1974 Washington state quarter mint mark error be worth? While most quarters from this era trade close to face value, exceptional specimens with rare mint marks and flawless conditions have seen their market prices skyrocket. Recently, one such coin sold for a staggering $84,000, yes, $84,000 for a single quarter. This incredible price reflects the rarity, historical significance, and condition of the coin. For collectors and investors alike, owning such a coin isn't just about the monetary value, it's about holding a piece of history, a tangible connection to the past. If you happen to have a 1974 Washington quarter in your collection or stumble upon one, make sure to examine it carefully, especially the mint mark area. It might just be a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. Today, we're diving into a truly fascinating and rare piece of American numismatic history, the 1970 Washington state quarter dollar with its elusive mint mark. This coin might look like a common quarter at first glance, but it carries a story and value that could surprise you. Stick around as we explore why this particular quarter has become a coveted treasure in the coin world, and how it could be worth an astonishing amount. Let's set the scene. The 1970 Washington quarter comes from an era long before the official state quarters program began in 1999. At this time, quarters were fairly standard, minted primarily in Philadelphia and Denver, with mint marks D for Denver or no mint mark for Philadelphia. However, certain rare mint mark variations and production anomalies on quarters from this period have caught the eye of collectors who seek something truly unique and valuable. So, what makes the 1970 Washington state quarter with a mint mark so special? It's the rarity and uniqueness of its mint mark variations. Some coins from this year were produced with unusual mint mark placements, doubled mint marks, or even mint mark errors that are extremely scarce. These anomalies occur due to slight mishaps in the minting process, making affected coins one-of-a-kind artifacts in the eyes of collectors. Think about it: a quarter minted over 50 years ago, surviving in near-perfect condition, with a rare and distinctive mint mark. That's a recipe for something extraordinary. The design itself is classic and instantly recognizable. On the obverse side, we have the dignified profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, which has been a hallmark of the quarter since 1932. Surrounding Washington's profile are the inscriptions, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," along with the year 1970. On the reverse, the traditional eagle with outspread wings perches on a bundle of arrows above an olive branch, symbols of strength, peace, and readiness. While this design remained consistent for many decades, the secret lies not in the imagery but in the rare mint mark variations and the condition of the coin. Condition is paramount when it comes to value. Coins from 1970 that show minimal wear, retain sharp details, and have their original mint luster intact are far more valuable than their circulated counterparts. When these mint mark variants come in mint state condition, graded MS65 or above, they become highly sought-after collectors' items. Collectors and investors have paid close attention to these coins, especially as mint mark errors have become increasingly documented and verified by professional graders. Coins with doubled or misplaced mint marks command premium prices at auctions and private sales, and the market value continues to climb as the pool of available coins shrinks. So, what kind of value are we talking about here? While the average 1970 quarter might still just be worth its face value or a bit more to collectors, the rare mint mark varieties in superb condition have sold for jaw-dropping prices. Just recently, one of these elusive 1970 Washington quarters with a unique mint mark and near-perfect condition fetched an astounding $89,000. Yes, you heard that right. $89,000 for a single quarter minted in 1970. This remarkable price highlights the blend of rarity, condition, and historical significance that makes this coin such a treasure. If you happen to find a 1970 Washington state quarter in your collection or stumble upon one during your coin hunts, make sure to check that mint mark closely and consider having it professionally graded. It could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Thanks for joining me on this fascinating journey into the world of rare American quarters. If you enjoyed learning about this incredible coin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more exciting numismatic stories, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Happy collecting, and remember, the smallest coins often hold the biggest surprises.